guys, welcome to Texas. Another high-speed oval we're at this week. It's going to be a lot like the past 2 weeks. As always, Texas has its own little specific characteristics that we're going to have to balance our setup around. This is going to be a pretty cool segment again, and Ray Alfala, last season's DWC champ and JRM driver this season, is going to take some laps and show us how to get around this place. Alright, so here we go. Ray's coming down, get the line, 203 miles per hour in turn 1. You're going to see him work the wheel a little bit on entry. He's going to get down to the white line, and like I said, he's going to hook right around there. He has fresh tires, so he can stick right down there. Come off to the wall, about 197 miles per hour into turn 3. This corner is relatively easy to get through. There's not a lot of characteristics. You're going to see it get a little bit light on exit and come out right next to the wall, and he's going to finish the lap. Turn 1 and 2 at Texas is very unique. I've had issues with it in years of sim racing. You have to hit it a certain way. That white line around the bottom, you can actually really help the handle of the car by getting right down next to it. It's almost like the car gains grip if you're as close as you can, and you can hook right around the bottom. You miss that bottom line a little bit, you're about a foot or two off it, and the car will push. There's also a bump right in the middle of 1 and 2. It's very important that we're hitting this bump correctly. What I mean is, when you hit that bump, you're going to be wanting to be traveling down the track. You don't want to hit the bump going up in the middle of a push situation, because if you hit the bump, it's going to take a second for that car to settle, and if you're pushing, it's going to push you even more. But if you're already coming down the track, you're not going to push. It's actually going to feel nice. You want to go in nice and low. The car's going to push up a little bit, and then coming off, you want to make sure you get back down to that white line to carry your speed off the corner. If you go into this corner like a traditional corner, you take a big arc, you come down to the bottom, and you're carrying too much speed, you are going to push, and the wall off turn 2 at this track bites you more so than any other track. The bank really flattens out, and it's a very easy way to end the race for us. So you are going to see it happen tonight. There are going to be some drivers that really hit 1 and 2 a little bit wrong and a little bit too fast, and those are going to be the guys you're going to see bouncing off that turn 2 wall. 3 and 4 is really high speed. It is such a fun corner in sim racing because you can really work the high line, and it's a relatively smooth corner, and it's very easy to crowd the inside car and to force him into a mistake. So it actually helps that outside line stay competitive in sim racing where there's no rubber buildup. So for the most part at all these tracks, we're going to want to stay low. Texas 3 and 4 is one of those places where you can see that outside line hold somebody off. Here, compared to Vegas and Chicago, pit road is very easy to get on. You really shouldn't see anyone have any issues on pit road entry, but who knows, it could happen. Now for the race tonight, I really wouldn't be surprised to see more green flag pit stops like we had last week. Last week at Vegas was one of our best races of the season, if not the best, and expect to see the same here. Expect to see the same hornet's nest at the start of the race, and then after that first pit stop, we're going to get a little bit more spread out. We're going to make adjustments to help their car, and the field is going to spread out, and we're probably going to have some good green flag racing with a long run. Next race we got coming up is our first short track of the season at Richmond. It's my favorite track. It always has been. It's been throwing me a curveball for years on the iRacing, but I still love going there. It's an awesome track, and the racing is always really, really good, and it looks good on the broadcast too. So I hope you guys are enjoying these segments. Make sure you tune in for Richmond, and we'll have another one of these, and we'll have a good race too.